Ladies and gentlemen, your sweet Zionist prince, white colonizer, coming to you live from the United States of America. I'm Tall, the Traveling Clat. We got Joe Rogan, on another clip. Let's take a look.
It's like, what do you want to happen to that area? Because someone has to rebuild it. Look, absolutely, Israel shouldn't have done what they did and kill who knows how many innocent people and literally destroy most of the buildings there. We all can agree that's a horrible thing.
No.
But it's done. So now what?
Yeah, and we can also agree that it was not. Look, yeah, I agree. It was a very aggressive action. I would argue that the U.S. would engage in that same aggressive action if we had.
The U.S. would do way worse. What the fuck are you talking about? The U.S. would do way worse. Every country would do way worse. Why are we held to this standard? I don't understand. What if Yemen did this to Saudi Arabia? They would have slaughtered hundreds and thousands of Yemenis in the way that... Okay, I don't want to get into that too much, but what happened if this would have happened to Syria? They would have slaughtered hundreds of thousands. Oh, wait, they already did. What if this would have happened to Lebanon? They would have slaughtered hundreds of thousands. Oh, wait, they already did. What about Somalia? They would have slaughtered hundreds of thousands. Oh, yeah, they already did. What about the Congo? They would have slaughtered hundreds of thousands. Oh, yeah, they did millions. Are you kidding me? What is this fucking standard? Why are we held to this standard?
A proportionate, attack
From Mexico. Or something like that.
Yeah. So, or Canada.
Right.
Goddamn Canadians. They're plotting something. I just know it. So so that's true. But again, it was a war that Hamas started. Right? I think you have to go back to the beginning of this one. And
the Palestinian people. Do not forget that there was about 3,000 innocent Palestinian civilians that broke into Israel alongside Hamas. It's not just Hamas. It's the Palestinian people as well.
Yes.
Don't absolve them. Don't infantilize them. I have really such a problem when these Americans keep trying to infantilize Palestinians. Why? They did this too. They also were a part of this.
Fault on both sides, of course. But, Hamas now at times has been acting like the aggrieved party. Right?
It's fuck around and find out in the worst way possible.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I mean, they gave Israel the green light to just go ham. And now when you see the overhead drone footage of what Gaza looks like now, it's hard to even believe that it's real. Everything's gone.
Yeah, which I get it. I mean, from a real estate developer's perspective, I'm sure he's seen overhead imagery.
Gonna turn it into the Mediterranean of the Middle East.
This looks like a demolition site. So let's clear it out.
The real question is, if that doesn't, then what?
Then
if
what?
you don't want that to happen, then what? If the United States doesn't take it over, or who should, and what do you do with it? And how do you get the money to rebuild it? And where does it come from? And how do you do it? Who do you bring in to rebuild it? Who governs it? How does that work? Who gets what building? How does it work?
Yeah.
It's a very complicated thing when you destroy an entire fucking city.
Yeah.
Which is see if you can find some of that overhead footage.
And when
Jamie.
when you're talking about moving out 2.3 million people to other areas.
Yeah.
But I think again the answer is that the Arab states have to take this on. Right, they finally have to address this issue. They've used some of them have used the Palestinian issue to their own devices,
Here it is.
without doing anything to the benefit of the Palestinians.
Look at this footage. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, you fuck around and you find out, and you keep making mistakes, you'll keep finding out. Now, Palestinians are finding out again. What did they do in the break of the ceasefire? They celebrated parading coffins of dead babies and dead people around. They celebrated and they showed their fat iPhone charged bodies up as our hostages were coming out looking like Holocaust survivors. And this is the product of what you get more war. If you have no intention of learning from your mistakes and acknowledging the fact that you have made a mistake, you will keep getting more war. And then you have rhetoric as of today when I'm recording this. This is March 21st, 2025. Egypt said that they'll take in 500,000 Gazans. Fuck around and find out. FAFO season. FAFO season is officially in store. Mr. FAFO, he's heading the party with his $10 million donations. He's very poor. Ladies and gentlemen, Gaza, Palestine is a scam. You are listen to me, Ismaoni, you are being scammed, ladies and gentlemen. You're being scammed to think about this shit all the time. You're being scammed to protest for this shit. It's a scam. It's a money laundering scheme. That's what's going on. It could be ended tomorrow. I'm over it. I love you guys a long time. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.